Hello everybody, today I will be teaching you how to change the oil on a 2000 Ford Ranger with the 2.5 liter inline 4. So these are the materials you will need. We have a 15mm wrench for the oil drain plug, an oil filter wrench, an oil filter. This is a PartsMaster filter, but an equivalent will work. 4.5 quarts of 5W30 synthetic blend, 5W20 will work as well, and an oil drain pan. So first thing I like to do when doing an oil change is pop the dipstick so the pan can breathe. Next thing you're going to want to do is get under the truck and find your drain pan, which will be right here. Next thing you're going to want to do is put your wrench on the socket. Once you get it unscrewed, you're going to pop her loose and let her drain into that drain pan. Give her about 2 to 5 minutes. Once the oil pan has mostly stopped dripping, you're going to want to put your plug back in. Tighten that sucker up. Hook your wrench up. And give her about 1 to 2 good but don't over tighten the plug or you might strip it, and that's not fun. Ready? Perfect. Next thing you're going to want to do is inspect your used motor oil. You should not see any chunks, any glitter, any coolant, or any fuel in your oil. If you see any of those things in your oil, you have a bigger problem, and I would recommend checking that out. Next thing you're going to want to do is get your oil filter out, which is right down in here by the driver's side of the engine. Once you have your oil filter broken loose, you can simply reach your arm down in there with the oil pan underneath the filter and pop her out. And there we go. Once you got your oil filter out, you're going to want to check this gasket to make sure it is still on there, because if it's not, it's on the engine block. Once you got your new filter out, you're going to want to take some motor oil, get a little bit on there, take your finger, make sure it's somewhat clean, and then rub it on this gasket surface. Once you've got your new filter on there, you are now ready to add your engine oil. So we're going to reach in, pop this cap, come over here, grab the oil, and add about 4.5 quarts to the engine. Once you've finished adding your oil, grab your oil cap and put her back on here. Give the engine about 1 to 2 minutes for that oil to drain down to the oil pan. Straighten it out because you are not a psychopath. Lastly, you're going to pull out your dipstick, wipe it off, insert it back into the dipstick tube. That looks perfect. Put that back in there. Remove your tools. Drop your hood. So lastly, you're going to want to write down your mileage. I am at 109,000, so my next oil change will be at 112, but you can do 114. Anywhere from 3,000 to 5,000 miles will be fine. Finally, start your engine, and you should see oil pressure. Give it about 2-3 seconds sometimes. Make sure to clean up your tools, like so. And finally, you are ready to drive off. Ignore that. So that's how to change the oil in your 2000 Ford Ranger. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions, make sure to leave them down below. And have a good one. Bye-bye there.